Meanwhile, India and the US's bilateral trade agreement negotiations also took place between the 4th and the 10th of June in New Delhi. Parikshit is now joining in to give us details on what transpired during these negotiations and discussions. Parikshit.
Well, 6 days of intense negotiations, and there were very widespread discussions on all aspects of reducing tariffs. Digital trade was also discussed, technical barriers to trade was also discussed. But essentially what the US is saying, they just don't want tariffs on goods and services to come down. They want access for US wheat, maize, rice and dairy. Now, these have been no-go areas for the Indian government, and the United States wants access for these agricultural sectors. Having said that, when it comes to removing also the 10% baseline tariffs, the US does not seem to be very keen to remove it because they've had this kind of arrangement with the UK and the EU as well. So it remains to be seen whether any kind of special carve-out will be made for India. But for the moment, it seems that US will implement the 10% baseline tariffs. India also took up the issue of steel and aluminum tariffs, which are now as high as 50%. And India wanted, as part of the tariff deal, for that to be removed. Let's see which way things progress. But the sense that we get after speaking to both sides, to sources in the Indian and US government, is that talks have largely been productive and positive. And there is work on now to have an interim trade deal. This is what India wants. And we saw Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal and also External Affairs Minister before the reciprocal tariffs kick in on the 9th of July. Let's see what happens, but there will be more negotiations in the next few days.
Parikshit, thanks a lot for those updates. We'll take a short break here, but just as we do that,